brother. How are you feeling today? I feel great, as usual. I mean, like that week was a very emotional week for me. I'm gravitating towards Imisi.
There's gonna be a bright midday thing outside the Big Brother's house. Nevertheless, we don't know what's gonna happen in the outside world. I stood there looking at her. I still can't believe she was gone.
For some weird reasons, I don't know why culture decided to close his eyes throughout his diary session. Anyways, Faith was his big brother, and Faith asked him how he's doing. He said he's feeling lonely. Tracy is no longer in the house. Well, first question, if given the opportunity, which housemate will you save from possible eviction? And he said that will be Jason J, that Jason J is a friend and a brother. For the funniest housemate, he said that will be Rude Boy and Imisi. That himself is funny too, but that's one thing about Imisi being fun is that he always come at the wrong time, and at that with that housemates no longer find it funny because it always happen at the wrong time. But that Imisi is very funny. When asked about someone he will trade his wardrobe with, I don't know if culture didn't understand this, or maybe he did though. He said that would be Tracy. I know he now started talking about Tracy, how Tracy is a friend that sticked, how Tracy gave him immunity, and that in this their friendship, he noticed that Tracy did more for him. That he didn't even get the opportunity to do more for Tracy. He was thinking he will win HOH, pay Tracy back, but that never happened until Tracy left. That he has been crying, although he has been doing that secretly before the housemates will conclude that he's been strategic. He won't use this Tracy thing, gather pity and all of that. So he has been doing it under his duvet. He said that he didn't even get to hug Tracy. That Saturday night when he was having a convo with Tracy, that usually they always gist before going to bed, that Tracy was tipsy and was finding it difficult to stay awake. So he told Tracy not to worry, that tomorrow he will tell him something. And that Tracy kept saying, say it now, are you sure I'm not going tomorrow? All of that. And guess what? Tracy left. And he said during the Aquafina task, he didn't even get enough time to talk about Tracy. Being the first presenter, he thought you needed to, that is a must, you stick to that duration they gave you. That was not when others started speaking that he learned, he didn't even say much for his friend though. And for housemates that gossip the most, I'm glad when he said that he does that too. That definitely when 2 or 3 are gathered, that there'll be gist there now. That even the fight he had with you, he told Faith, that fight I had with you about cigarettes and lighter, that he later went to meet Tracy, telling Tracy, see, I hate this Faith, I hate this guy. And Tracy wasn't even happy with him because of the way he handled that fight. That he even pushed Tracy out when Tracy was trying to calm him down, and said that it's normal thing for a place like this for people to gossip. Well, when asked if he has anything to tell Big Brother, he made mention of Faith's presentation during the Aquafina task. He said that made him feel seen. When you're doing something, not knowing someone is observing, and the person goes ahead to give a presentation. That honestly, in this house, that for any time he's packing those bottles, that he would just be telling himself, culture, win or not, see how far you've come in life. Remember, this was your reality in Ajegule, okay? But here you are today. Up next, we have Dede and Rude Boy. Their diary session was the most chaotic, most funny, most unserious. From Dede telling Rude Boy, Big Brother does not talk to me this way. Big Brother does not wear this kind of earring. I was just laughing all through. Anyways, Rude Boy asked Dede if given the opportunity to change anything this week, what would that be? And Dede said she will stop herself from going home now. Honestly, that's a smart answer. That she will save herself from eviction and all of that. For the most misunderstood housemate, she said that will be Missy. That she's beginning to gravitate towards Imisi, although there must be always something going on with Imisi. And that most times when you try to find out what is it, you still find out that it's Imisi that is the problem. But then she feels Imisi is being misunderstood. On friendship that will survive outside of here, friendship and relationship, she made mention of Midday and Bright Morgan. Up next, we have Ijoba 606 Imisi with Midday as Big Brother. Imisi was asked if given the time to go back to the first day in the house, would she change anything? She said she will not change anything though. She would change nothing because she was herself, true and true. For funny housemates, she said she would give it to herself. That whenever she looks in the mirror, she do laugh at herself. And for the team of the week so far this season that resonated with her, she said it's a bare minimum week because that was her reality at some point, being that she was chased out of the house at 11. She had to sleep at the park, sleep at motor park, sleep on the streets. Sometimes strangers will let you sleep in their house. She was feeding on barely anything, and that is one of the reasons why she can survive anywhere. She can live anywhere. She can, whatever life throws at her, she's going to come out of it. And for housemates that secretly hate each other, Imisi then told Midday that she think it's Midday and Thelma Lawson. And when Midday was like, explain, she said, do I really need to explain? No. You missing a Chris person, no. That really left Midday speechless. She kept saying, interesting. Up next, we have Bright Morgan with Dede as big brother. Dede asked Bright Morgan if given the opportunity, who will he be saving from possible eviction? And Bright Morgan said, of course, Midday. That Midday is her go-to person, her everything in the house. And for most misunderstood housemate, Bright Morgan said that would be Faith, because him personally, he really misunderstood Faith. But the one thing about Faith is that his approach can be rigid, but you need to calm down and listen to him, that he's actually a very cool guy and he's talented, smart, and an intelligent. For the housemate that gossip the most, Brian Morgan said that is Sultana. That Sultana, for any time there is a gossip or gist about him, is always from Sultana. For friendship and relationship that are real and will definitely survive on the outside, Brian Morgan then started saying that people in here are fake. He doesn't think anything will survive here on the outside. And Dede said, are you trying to say Midday and Bright will not survive on the outside? And he said no. He was still talking about friendship. That's Midday and Bright Morgan is definitely going to survive on the outside. These two people, their own diary session was something else. And then to the long-awaited what Lucky Deep has joined together. So Isabella will ask one question and Thelma Lawson will take her time, take hours, years, and be answering. Like Thelma was how Thelma's diary session on a normal. I don't know if you do watch Thelma's diary session. It used to be lengthy, so she still kept it that way, telling Big Brother how she felt from not winning HOH, how she didn't feel good that some people defaulted the rules and yet moved to the next level while she was trying to play safe. That she's yet to understand how this thing works. That sometimes you decide to play safe and people that didn't play safe will still qualify, and when you now decide not to play safe, the people will tell you that you missed the instruction, blah blah blah. And then she also said how she didn't feel good with Ebuka asking her about telling her how the house the most disorganized and not united during her regime. That it's a lie, that it's a wrong narrative, that Faith had a more hectic week than her. So why will Ebuka come and be asking her that question? And that she still stands by what she said, that she's not here to make friends or unite anybody. And as for the HOH challenge, that next time she will pay attention and try to get it better. That if given the opportunity to change anything this week, it will definitely be that HOH challenge. She will go, that puzzle she's not really that good in puzzle, although she's trying her best, all thanks to her dad who usually buy games. But moving on, she will pay attention, calm down more, and try to get it. And that these are really taught her a lesson that when she leaves this house, that from an early stage, she's going to be teaching the son puzzle, that she knows it to even help the son with his cognitive skills. For the funniest housemates, Thelma Lawson said that will be culture if given the opportunity to switch wardrobe with anybody. Thelma said Sabrina. Had it been Sabrina is still in the house, although she doesn't see Sabrina as an evicted housemate, that Sabrina left the show. But among housemates in here, that it's definitely Dede. That Dede give this Gen Z style outlook, while Sabrina give boss lady CEO, and she loved their wardrobe, that she would gladly switch up with them. Isabella couldn't stop rolling her eyes all throughout the diary session. especially when Thelma Lawson was talking about how Imisi decided to put up a show. People at the party, people were hustling for a drink like they've not seen drink before. Meanwhile, the person you're talking about is right in front of you. You know what mention name and how Imisi even packed cutlery in the house to go and keep in her bag. Thelma is a case. I really enjoyed her diary session. I love it when people say it to your face. And the last but not the least, we have Koyin and Joanna as big brother. So for the housemates that gossip the most, Koyin said that will be Imisi, Sultana, and Isabella. That this clique, they're always together. That he doesn't know if they are gossiping or talking about people, but he definitely know they'll be doing that within them. And to swap a bed, he said that will be Dede. Number one, Dede is his best friend. Dede's bed is on a very good location, so he will easily and sharply swap with Dede. If given the opportunity to go change something on your first day in the house, he said he's definitely going to change the HOH challenge. That he didn't even pay attention, he didn't calm down and try to understand what Big Brother said. But if given the opportunity, he will go back in time, calm down, and rearrange his words. And for the two housemates that secretly hate each other, he said, well, that he does not really pay attention to that. He's not here to look for who like who does not like who, or who hates who. Joanna went ahead to compliment Koyin's fate, and after that, the diary session came to an end. See, this is the fastest, quickest diary session ever. Had it been to us Big Brother, there is no way every housemate will have their diary session today. No way. But this ones, they were just answering, back, everything is done. But maybe when they go in there now, they will take the whole day. The whole day. Anyways, that's it on today's and this week's diary session. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Bye.
And I didn't hug her.
Because I was able to think through whatever stages I've been through in my life.
Faith is an amazing person. All you need to do is understand him.
See, it's kind of like people do things intentionally to get a reaction out of you. I'm equal to whatever task that comes my way.
The clique that I'm seeing, which are Imisi, Sultana, and Isabella.